Listen up, because AI video and short-form content aren't just the future anymore. They are absolutely the present of serious growth. I handle growth for a rapidly scaling startup, and I can tell you that leaning into short-form repurposing made our channel absolutely explode. Within just a couple of weeks of launching that new strategy, we managed to cross several million views. One clip in particular, a GTA-style parody stitched together from our long-form videos, just totally blew up across all social platforms. Suddenly, people were tagging their friends, creators we referenced were chiming in, and the whole thing snowballed almost instantly. If you still think this is surface level or just a gimmick, then listen to the reaction. It wasn't about the technology, it was all about the feeling it generated. That is genuinely the entire point. Great marketing never sells specs. It makes people feel seen, hyped up, or included in something cool. Here's how we consistently nail this, without a massive production crew or spending weeks in the editing bay. It's story first, cultural fluency second, and refined taste as number 3. After that foundation, we let the right tools handle the heavy lifting so we can scale the volume of our output significantly. Starting with the story, before we even generated one single clip, we mapped out the exact emotional arc we wanted to hit. We constantly asked, who exactly are we trying to speak to? And what is the shared experience that connects us? For our brand, that audience is the online entrepreneur crowd, the ones who ditched the 9-to-5 script for the digital hustle. Instead of a boring product pitch, we told a tiny story everyone in that hustle scene recognizes. Doubt. The first viral win, the chaos, the flex, and that sweet satisfaction of proving them wrong. That kind of magnetic us versus them energy is key because it builds immediate camaraderie and pride without just begging for attention. Next up is cultural relevance. Once the story is locked, you must package it in a way that immediately hits those deep cultural synapses. Small references, like a nod to the old "in my garage" vibe or a recognizable meme moment, function exactly like an inside joke. When people catch those references, they instantly feel seen and understood by the brand. That's precisely why our GTA parody was such a massive home run. It felt like a meme constructed entirely from our audience's shared history. Now, let's talk about taste, because honestly, that is the hardest part of this entire equation. The reality is that the technology is getting unbelievably good, meaning almost anyone can generate visually polished assets today. What truly separates a fleeting meme from a genuine masterpiece is ultimately just a matter of taste. We actually considered doing the visual style as photorealistic, anime, or even a comic book aesthetic. However, none of those styles would have landed as cleanly and directly as the gritty GTA aesthetic did for our specific audience. This is because the GTA style perfectly mirrors the culture of online hustlers. It's loud, unapologetic, and a little bit rough around the edges. For our brand's voice, that rawness wasn't a flaw to be fixed. It was actually a deliberately chosen feature. Once you nail the story, context, and taste, you absolutely still need a repeatable pipeline to transform hours of long-form footage into a steady daily stream of posts. This repeatable pipeline is the exact point where most creators and internal teams tragically fall down. They either get totally drowned in tedious manual editing, or they jump between too many niche AI tools that destroy consistency and kill publishing velocity. We solved this challenge with a streamlined workflow centered around a single platform, and honestly, the results speak for themselves. So let me walk you through the practical steps of how this entire system actually works on a day-to-day basis. We simply feed the system all of our long-form content: podcasts, interviews, webinars, product demos, literally everything we record. Our goal isn't one perfect short. It's harvesting those inherently shareable 4 to 10-second moments, like a wild quote, a perfect punchline, or a surprising statistic. Step 1 is the auto-edit for viral clips, where the system analyzes the entire video and automatically picks out the absolute best moments for you. You completely eliminate the nightmare of manually scrubbing through hours upon hours of raw, unedited footage. The AI is smart enough to find the subtle tension, the genuine laughter, and all the killer sound bites hidden within. The real magic is that it doesn't just flag loud parts. It intelligently looks for contrast and contextual relevance in the dialogue. A subtle, dramatic pause followed by a line like, "I made my first $50,000 in a month," often proves far more viral than just a shouty moment. The platform then gives us several candidate cuts for every single highlight, already framed perfectly for different social platforms. Step 2 is multi-format optimization, because we are definitely not making one square clip and just crossing our fingers anymore. It instantly spits out vertical, square, and widescreen edits that are genuinely ready to publish right away. It crops everything intelligently, so zero crucial visual information is ever cut off. and it even auto-suggests where to place subtitles and punchy intro frames. This means one great moment can be efficiently recycled across TikTok, Shorts, and Reels with almost zero extra manual rework required. Step 3 is the auto-schedule feature, which I truly think is the most unsung hero of the entire process. You simply set your desired publishing cadence, like 3 posts a day, and the system automatically cues the highest performing clips to match that schedule. You even retain control, as you can prioritize specific creators or important topics to hit during known peak engagement times. This gives you automatic, consistent posting cadence without needing someone to babysit the content calendar first thing every single morning. Finally, Step 4 is the centralized content calendar and management hub, because this software is much more than just an editor, it's a full control room. From this hub, you can instantly see every candidate clip, easily edit metadata, manually reorder the queue, and push directly to all your social channels. That level of centralization becomes massive when you are running complex multi-channel campaigns or coordinating shoutouts with external creators. Compare that to our old, painful method: exporting 3 versions from Premiere, manually fixing captions, uploading to separate schedulers, creating thumbnails by hand, and just crossing your fingers. Or even worse, trying to manually stitch together a chain of standalone AI tools for visuals, upscaling, and then separate animation. That second option can produce isolated pieces of amazing art, yes, but it is absolutely not optimized for high volume speed or maintaining a consistent brand voice. Generative tools for avatars or stylized animations are brilliant for one-off ads. But if you need daily engagement, you need a system that turns hours into dozens of quality posts without creative dilution. That is the precise sweet spot where a unified end-to-end system like this truly shines. To be blunt about competitor gaps, some generators are powerful for custom scenes but are expensive, demand a steep learning curve, and often need manual upscaling to look premium. Then you have the cheap options that just produce blobs of content that frankly don't feel relatable or human at all. And some scheduling tools are fantastic at queuing, but they completely lack the intelligence to know which pieces of content actually have a shot at going viral. What we have here is a rare combination, connecting the core creative signal directly to serious distribution muscle. We absolutely mix in some bespoke AI visuals for our biggest hero pieces, like those GTA clips, but we never relied on them for our daily content needs. Those flashy moments are great for PR spikes, but the real bread and butter growth comes from the consistent, intelligent repurposing of our long-form material. Take this recent campaign. We ran a single 90-minute founder interview through the system and immediately got 42 candidate clips back. The system smartly ranked every single one of those clips based on its predicted engagement score. We selected the best 12, made tiny adjustments to a couple of thumbnail frames, and scheduled them out automatically over 2 weeks. 2 major creators mentioned the original interview organically later because they recognized themselves featured in one of our shorts. We achieved great cross-post traction, resulting in a few solid viral spikes mixed with consistent, steady follower growth. That entire scale of content output would have easily taken a dedicated full-time editor an entire month to replicate manually. Here are a few crucial, practical tips we learned along the way that you are absolutely free to steal for your own work. First, do not overproduce every single clip. In many online communities, raw authenticity actually outperforms heavy polish. Use the system's quick edits for those organic feeling cuts, and only reserve your handcrafted, detailed work for your absolute hero assets. Second, always keep necessary context snippets within the clip so that the final punchline actually lands correctly with the viewer. Since so many people watch content muted, clear captions and short context frames are incredibly important details that truly matter. Third, use those cultural callbacks very sparingly and deliberately in your edits. If your core audience immediately gets the reference, it will increase the shareability of that piece dramatically. But if they don't get it, then that reference is just wasted digital real estate that takes up valuable screen time. And fourth, make sure you are scheduling your content with clear intention behind every single post. While auto-scheduling is fantastic for consistency, always mix in manual spikes when you identify a genuinely trending moment to capitalize on. The reason this all matters so much is that creators and app teams who learn to consistently scale their short-form output are the ones who will ultimately win the attention game. The barrier to entry for this kind of massive visibility is actively collapsing right now. You no longer need the absolute best camera gear, the biggest marketing budget, or even a perfectly polished on-camera host to succeed. What truly matters now are your story selection, your cultural sensibility, and the systems that allow you to publish reliably and fast. If you want to get tactical with this process, we run a founder community where we swap templates, calendar strategies, and creative prompts. Join if you want the exact platform settings we use, plus a plug-and-play cadence that helped us hit millions of views incredibly quickly. Parting thought, people aren't paying attention to how complicated your production is. They pay for how the content lands. The laugh, the envy, the essential aha moment. Tools are just tools, but taste and strategy are what truly make them sing in harmony. This system lets you maintain high volume, incredible velocity, and your unique voice without sacrificing creative control. In a world where everyone can generate anything, the edge goes to the people who can consistently create stuff people actually want to share. So yeah, you need to pay serious attention because this format is still massively underexploited. Nail the story, lock in the cultural cues, and automate all of the boring, repetitive stuff. The rest? You simply let the audience decide if it was worth the effort.